for joining me today. I wanted to share some of the chair yoga that I've been doing at the medical center in Norwood for a few sessions, and I know some of you might enjoy to be able to do it at home since we're not meeting for a while. So grab a chair and have a seat. You don't need to change your clothes or anything. You can just come along just like how you are right now. So let's just take a nice comfortable seat on your chair with your feet down, and find a good nice place to sit on your sit bones. And you might have shoes on, PE shoes or slippers or something that's comfortable for you. We'll just start by taking the hands to the side and inhale, taking it all the way up. Take a nice big inhale and exhale, take it all the way back down. Nice. And we'll do that 2 more times. Take a big inhale, palms might come together, and exhale, take it all the way back down. And again, inhale, take the arms up towards the sky, and exhale, take it all the way back down to the side. Take your right arm up, take a hold of the chair, and just take a nice big long side body length. Maybe you feel comfortable leaning slightly over to the side for a crescent side stretch. And exhale, take it all the way back up and switch to the second side. Take the left arm up to the sky and sink it over towards the side. Maybe there's a crescent to the side, lifting off of the iliac crest. And slowly take it all the way back to the center for 1 more, up towards the sky with an elongated arm up to the center, and maybe taking it over towards the side. Maybe this time you might take the gaze down and turn your neck slightly, feeling a little bit more grounded with the gaze down, and perhaps a little bit more turning and churning in towards the right side of the waist. And then inhale, take it up, and exhale, switch to the second side. Left arm nice and tall and long up towards the sky, and support yourself with your hand onto your chair. Distribute the weight evenly onto your feet and your legs and your sit bones, and turn your head towards the floor. Giving yourself a few breaths right here, getting in more towards the side of the waist, iliac crest, hip area, and then gently take it all the way back down to the center. And you can support your hands on each side of the chair and take your head over to the left side with your left ear to the left shoulder. Maybe tilt your head down, maybe you're tilting it to the side. And we'll just enjoy a nice neck stretch here. And bring it back up and to the second side. Right ear to the right shoulder. And gently bring it back up. And take a breath. And then I wanted to take the right arm up and just simply taking a twist over to the right side and kind of swimming the arm around, just like a 1-arm backstroke. Make a nice big open the palm to the side and getting some energy through the shoulder. Inhale and exhale, taking it to the back. We'll do 2 more. Inhale, bringing the arm all the way up, and exhale, and we'll take 1 more. Inhale, take a nice big swim up, and exhale, open to the back, and turn to the center. And we'll do the same on the left. Inhale, left arm up, and to the back, and letting that arm just kind of swim, a nice big backstroke with the 1 arm. And just feeling a little bit lighter and a little bit brighter in towards the shoulder. Inhale and exhale, and we'll do 2 more. Take a nice big inhale And exhale, keeping our hips facing forward. Just getting a nice big rotation on the shoulder. And exhale, take it back to the center. Nice. Take your right arm forward towards me, or forward however you're sitting, and the left arm underneath and hooking and coming into a lateral shoulder stretch. So this is perfect right here with your left arm kind of hooking the right. Some of you might bring your arms into eagle arms, which is wrapping your elbows and your underarms and finding your palms. And then you could from here arch your spine. I'll just show from the side. You could round your spine here and do like a couple of cat-cows, or just simply holding, or if it feels good, then you can lift it all the way up and rounding the spine, coming into the spaces between the shoulder blades. And we'll do one more. Inhale and exhale, rounding the spine. And then coming back to center and inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands out to the side. Take your left arm in front and your right arm hooks over. And you can be right here. And you can still arch and convex your spine with your arms hooked like this. Or you can take your palms together for eagle arms. And I'll just turn to the side to show the spine. We can bring the belly in and get into the spaces between the shoulder blade, arching the spine. And then inhale, elongating, looking up towards the sky. And exhale, concaving in towards the back. Inhaling, maybe taking the gaze up. And exhaling, doing whatever works for us, just to get some mobility and fluidity in towards the back, whole body, and coming back to the center and releasing the arms out to the side and taking the arms all the way up, and exhale, hands all the way down. Now the next one, you might want to come and sit at the very edge of the chair, and you can hold the back of the chair and stretch your arms and your shoulders to the back. And just sit here and hold. Or you could interlace your hands and fold forward and put your belly, your chest onto your thighs with nice supportive feet. You can take your arms and you can have your hands by the sacrum and lift your shoulder blades and lift your elbows. You could see how it feels to lift your arms up towards the sky. And exhale, release hands back to the sacrum, and then bring yourself back up into your seat. We're going to take the feet wide, so you might support yourself onto your chair so you're sitting comfortable. Take your feet all the way out, turn your toes out for like a power stand seat, comfortable, supportive. Take your right forearm to your right thigh, sweep your left arm up towards the sky. Bring your forearm down onto your right thigh. Maybe take your gaze up towards your thumb. You should feel nice and grounded in your seat and in your feet and in your legs. We'll take one more breath here and then switch to the second side. Take your left forearm down and your right arm up, and feel both feet equally pressing down. Take your gaze up towards your thumb and twist and turn in towards the waist, creating some nice, good open spaces from the hips to the shoulders. And exhale, take it all the way back to the center and take the legs back together. Perfect. From here, we're going to do the same movement with one of your legs. So take your right leg and turn it over the chair so that your thigh is nicely snugged into your chair. So your hamstrings are onto the chair, and then stretching your left leg behind you. Take your right arm up and sail it up to the sky for another crescent warrior pose variant. Breathing, lengthening, and then from here take your right forearm to your right thigh, sweep the left arm up towards the sky, and maybe taking that arm over the ear for extended side angle. You can turn the gaze, the nose up to the sky. And take it all the way back to the center. And we're going to stay on this leg and on this side, and simply just turn so that your right thigh is fully down and your hips are facing over towards the right side, and your left toes are down, and you might have your whole foot down. If I had shoes on, my whole foot would be down. I'm kind of short, so my toes are down, which is okay because I still have that nice support of the chair. And I'm still getting a really nice hip opening and a really nice quad stretch and a crescent pose. You can hold on to the chair, and this can be our lunge right here. You could take your arms up towards the sky and just full extending up, bicep towards the ears, and just a nice big extension from the hips to the shoulders to the wrists. Just letting the gaze be forward and just kind of lifting the belly, lifting the heart, the chest, the lungs. And exhale, release hands back down to support you, to come over to feet wide apart, power seat. I'll call it power seat today, power stand. But we're gonna sit onto the chair. And then we'll come back again. We turn the toes out. The feet are flat as best as we can, depending on the length on the chair, of course. So take your left forearm to your left thigh and sweep the right arm up, and maybe take it over towards the bicep, towards the ear. Maybe take the gaze up and underneath the upper arm. Breathing, softening, and opening pathways for the upper and the lower body to stay connected. And switching to the second side, take your right forearm down, left arm up towards the sky, and maybe taking that bicep, the upper arm to the ear. And maybe taking the gaze up and underneath. And exhale, take it all the way back to the center. Nice, and then we'll take the second side. So take the second side with your left thigh over your chair, stretching your right leg back and stretching through that right leg. So the hips are open towards the front of the chair, so to speak. And we find warrior two with your arms out to the side. And then we'll take a pause right here and find a nice open feeling for the shoulders, and flip your left palm up and take your arm up to the sky and your right hand down on your right leg. You can just hang out right here. The gaze can be forward. The gaze can come up if that works for your neck. If not, look forward and stay nice and supported and grounded into your left thigh. One more breath. And take your left forearm to your left thigh and sweep the right arm all the way up. And maybe it stays here. Maybe you take your bicep over the ear. Take the bottom ribs forward and the top ribs drapes back. Push out through the right foot and activate all the pathways in the right leg. The hip opens up. Take the gaze underneath your upper arm. Stretch through your arm. We'll take one more breath. And then exhale, release, and take it all the way back to the center. And then we're just going to move our way back onto the seat of the chair. Feet flat. I have to move a little bit forward to get my feet down on the floor. Maybe you don't have to. Maybe you can sit nice and flat on your chair. Take the arms forward and up. Chair pose on chair pose. And from here, take your right forearm, right elbow, take the right elbow to your left knee, or take your hand to your knee. So any of those that works. Palms together and flush your feet down, and take your hands so that they start to kind of press into each other, and the top palm presses into the bottom, and from there we twist and turn, and we still have both sit bones onto the chair. Press your feet down, twist and turn your organs, wring out any impurities, or just simply bring some extra layers of light in towards the spine, in towards the organs, in towards the heart and lungs. And exhale, release the gaze, and release, and come back up. Sweep the arms. One nice big inhale up, and take your left elbow to your right knee or your hand. Maybe you're sitting upright, and with supporting on your hand, maybe your elbow comes down to your outside of the knee, palms together, press your feet down, and bring your hands towards your heart. Press the top hand onto the bottom, and sink your sit bones down. Engage your feet onto the floor, and stay nice and even for your spinal twist. Breathing. And exhale, release. Take the gaze back down, and hands to the legs. And then from here, we're gonna come into a seated figure 4. Take your right knee and take your ankle over your left knee. So we bring the right knee into the chest, and then we'll take the ankle over the knee. And then we'll just sit right here and enjoy that. And this could be like a lot of turning for your hip. Like it is like a seated pigeon pose. This might not be enough for you, and then you could start to lean forward. You could lean all the way down. You can stay right here. You can put a little pressure with your arms on your lower right leg to get maybe a little bit more push into your right knee to turn some juices around into that right hip. We'll stay here for another few breaths. We'll take 2 more nice deep breaths here. And one more. My favorite kind of pigeon. And then slowly take it back up and hug that right knee in, and send your foot back to the floor. Take your left knee and hug it in towards the chest, and take your left ankle on your right knee, and we'll sit right here. So maybe this is plenty. Maybe you'll take your forearms down to your thigh, palms together, however you like to have your palms. Really just to kind of lean forward a little bit, maybe some tilting to the front if you needed some more pressure in towards your left hip. Maybe not. Maybe you're sitting upright. Breathing, softening, with a little kind of push with your left arm into your left knee. There could be some more feedback in towards the left rotators and hips. Give yourself another breath right here. And gently take it all the way back up, and hug your knee in towards your chest, and send your legs back. We're gonna do a spinal twist. So I'm going to turn over to the right side. So I will turn away from you, feet flat onto the floor, sit bones down, and then we can go ahead and take and grab the right hand on the left side of your chair, and the left hand onto the left side of the chair, and twist your spine from there, and your gaze can come over your right shoulder. And we'll take 3 breaths here. And just kind of support your hands on each side, twisting the waist, the spine, the organs, all the way from the seat up towards the top of the head. One more breath. and exhale, take it back to the center and switch to the second side. Take and turn yourself over onto the left side of the chair, bring your sit bones down, and take your left hand over to the right side of your back of the chair and the right hand onto the left side of the chair, and then turn your gaze over to the side and sink your sit bones down and twist all the way from the seat. Lift the lower belly, middle, all the way in and up to support the spine and the twist. Take a few nice deep breaths. And exhale, release, take the gaze back to the center and all the way back to the front. And we will finish with 3 nice deep breaths again to just integrate everything that we did. So take the hands down to the side, sit nice and firm on your chair, feet down on the floor, turn the palms, inhale, take the gaze up and exhale, grow tall in the spine, and inhale, take the arms back up, one nice big breath. And exhale, grow tall in the spine as the arms comes down, and we'll do it one more time. Inhale, take the arms all the way up and take the hands down to the heart. And I'd like to end our practice with an Om. If you'd like to join, we'll take a nice big inhale. Place the hands in your lap. Take a few moments to sit together, to close our practice. And gently open your eyes. And thank you so much for joining me for some chair yoga. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Namaste. Thank you so much.